Hello boys and girls, and welcome back. This week we are creating clay, and we are using Play-Doh or Salt Dough or Model Magic to make a pinch pot. I have videos linked for how to make your own clay in order to create this project. I also have a little cup of water, a plastic fork, and a skewer or a pencil to create a sharp tip to add details to. So I'm going to take my clay once I've created it, and I'm going to roll it around in my hand in a circular motion on the palm of my hand. I can also place it on my mat and roll it around there. I'm using a piece of paper as a mat so that it doesn't get on my table. So rolling it into a ball or a sphere, using that circular motion to create a nice sphere. And I'm going to tap it on the table using my thumb, place my thumb in the center of the ball of clay, and I don't want to go all the way through. And then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to move it towards all my fingers, and I'm going to literally pinch the clay and turn it and then pinch it towards my fingers, and it's going to open that and create a little bowl. And that is how we make a pinch pot. We are literally pinching the clay. Now you see I have all these little cracks on top. So I'm going to dip just one finger in some water and rub over those cracks. And that's going to take those little marks away and make it nice and smooth. And I'm using my thumb to make it smooth. I can also press the outside to make the bowl bigger or wider, however you want to do that. And I'm just rubbing that clay where the water is to get all those little cracks out of the clay. And notice I'm not adding any more water. You only need a little bit. And I'm going to smooth the inside and the top as best as I can, and I'm pinching the outside a little bit to make the outside smooth as well. And I'm taking my finger and rubbing over the outside to smooth away any of those little crack marks, any of those little lines that need to be smoothed away. Some are a little bit more tricky than others, but I still haven't gone back to get more water because it is nice and moist. It just has a little bit of cracks from expanding the clay. Now I can take my pencil or my little skewer and I can draw different kinds of lines and create different textures and different patterns. I'm doing a wavy line that's going all the way around. I don't want to press too hard, because if I press too hard it'll break and it'll make a hole in the clay. I don't want to make a hole, I just want to draw into it. And I can add little dots or little circles to create a pattern here. Maybe some straight vertical lines up and down to make a pattern in there. Maybe even go across the other way to make kind of like a checkerboard pattern, maybe zigzags. However you want to decorate it, as long as you add lots of different lines, lots of different patterns to the outside and inside of your clay. Please don't work on the bottom. We're going to add something different to the bottom. Maybe some horizontal stripes. Lots of different ideas that you can use to create lots of cool patterns and lines for your pinch pot. That's like a castle pattern, maybe some more zigzags. And maybe some wavy or bumpy lines. So I'm just adding lots of different patterns, lots of different lines. And I can even add some texture. I'm using my fork, my plastic fork, to scratch into the clay to give it a little bit of texture on the inside. It even looks a little bit like a flower. Drawing a little circle, and because I thought it looked like a flower, I'm going to add a little flower in the center. You are welcome to decorate your clay any way that you want. It is your pinch pot. You can add lots of different lines and designs and shapes and patterns in your pinch pot. You can even add different types of lines or textures or dots on the top edge if you want to. Now that we have all of our designs drawn, we're going to flip it to the bottom and we're going to write our name on the bottom of our pinch pot. Don't press too hard to make a hole in it, but press hard enough that you can read your name. And then you can write your teacher's name. I'm just writing the word teacher. I would like for you to write your teacher's name on the bottom. And I got rid of some of those little markings, those little flyaways, making sure I can read it, so going over some of the letters so that I can read it. And there we have it. We have our beautiful pinch pot that we added lots of lines and designs and textures to. Thank you so much, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed creating your pinch pot. We'll see you next time.